Welcome to another Fleet Command video. Tonight's video is unscripted, founder gameplay. Around 5 PM Australian Eastern Daylight Time, Crispy Critter came one of the players who has been around since beta, came online and reported that his brother had passed away after a 10-year battle with cancer. It was interesting timing for me because I had just gone through being part of the Movember movement for November, growing a moustache to help raise funds for cancer research. And so this one really touched me tonight. What I've got here is footage tonight of the founder's server, Home, Rogue, Bomb, RPH, Khan, ANZ, all the major alliances joining up together in Crispy's system of Whinnul in neutral space and showing their support. Occasionally on the founder's server, because we have been playing together for such a long time, and despite the constant battles and as part of the game, when something like this does happen, we end up coming together and showing us support. There was a situation like this previously for one of our long-time players, Rommel, who was in hospital fighting some sort of illness, and we previously had joined forces there. I believe Morgan had actually done a video of that several months ago, but it's the same sort of situation here today. So you'll see here now sort of everyone getting together on galactic comms channels, trying to organize the ceasefire for the next 24 hours and to make sure that everyone knew what had happened and why we were doing it. Initially there were, some battles as people didn't know what was going on, but now that we've got the majority of people, sort of majority of alliances knowing what's going on and people agreeing, you can see condolences flooding in for CC, and the ships starting to make their way towards Whinnul to show their support. And here we're going for GC as everyone's starting to figure out what to do and where to go and how everyone's joining together, giving their condolences. Obviously there's still some people not sure what's going on, and people still having quips against each other as they need to work out that it's legit and not some sort of trick. But a 24-hour ceasefire has been declared on the founder's server in the system of Whinnul, and all the major alliances are requesting that everyone honour that. Some people are proposing a 24-hour ceasefire server-wide, and some people intend to stick to that. Yeah, some majority of the major alliances are just agreed on Whinnul to be a safe harbour for the next 24 hours. Cancer and diseases like that affect everyone. we all know someone who has cancer or has been touched by a loved one who has had cancer, and quite often people don't make it through. Although research has done a lot over the last 20 years, and we are discovering new ways to fight cancer and other diseases every day, more can still be done. So one of the best things to do is to show your support and donate to any of the foundations that are directly fighting cancer. The Movember Foundation, whose mandate is since 2003 has been to raise money to fight cancer for men, specifically things like prostate cancer, testicular cancer, these sort of things that affect men directly. And the reasons behind this is that on average, men live 6 years less than women, and that's worldwide, and mostly due to diseases that are preventable, or issues that could be caught early if people would go and get themselves checked. So show your support, donate to a foundation like that of Movember Foundation, or the Australian Cancer Council. One of their jobs is to fight all forms of cancer, skin cancer, leukemia, all sorts of things. The best way to show your support is to find their website, so au.movember.com. With the Cancer Council, there's a couple in Australia, cancer.org.au, and there's the government website that helps to teach you about cancer and how to prevent it, things that can to help, things that can risk factors and things that can help you deal with it, and that would be canceraustralia.gov.au. Links to all these sites will be in the description below. No matter where we come from on the founder server, I think everyone recognizes that these sorts of diseases affect us all, and that we need to unite against these sort of things. And that's what you're seeing here tonight. Not sure where it started from, but someone organised to make up the letters CC for Crispy Critter, and as you saw at the beginning of this video, they also make up the same initials of curecancer. So different ships from all over the galaxy have started to form up. Bomb's latest member, Riddick, some of the Rogue Squadron, Roger Ramjet, Seiko, Knackers, and some of the home guys, Borg, Rogue from Borg, which is kind of funny. those guys all joining together to start up the initials here. So looking around the rest of the system, we've got ANZ guys in there now, Doom. Shout out to a few of the guys there. AFED. There's more of the home guys, Irish. There's Crispy Gritter sitting in there amongst them all. Loki. Guys from Loki have joined up. And the first C is starting to take shape. Zooming out just to make sure it looks right. Cancer isn't the only disease that can cause this sort of reaction from people. There are many diseases in the world that are life-threatening, that are not cancer. And many diseases that will impact a person's life. Not quite often not for the better. If you know, often we find that games like this, like Star Trek, Fleet Command, and even the genre science fiction, we tend to play these games and we tend to love this genre because it gives us hope for the future, and we enjoy these sorts of things. But in having the hope for the future, we hope that diseases like cancer no longer exist, that the world that we help create, that we long for in playing these sorts of games, is a world where we don't have to deal with these sorts of diseases anymore. As for donating to charities who help fund medical research, that real change can come about for the better for most people. As you can see here now, the system's starting to fill up with all sorts of ships from many different players. Home's filled with Picard there. Borgs, a flippin' Econ, and Primal Scream at the bottom of the sea there. Dark Aston. Bombs swing past, and Holmes, Dr. Beck. And Aphed's Poisonous. All these guys coming together. Many of them spend a lot of time chatting in Galaxy comms. Often that chat turns adversarial, but today things have calmed down a bit, and it will be one of those days where everyone's a little bit more subdued, hopefully, in recognition of this common enemy. I'd like to thank everyone on the Founders server joining in and showing their support for Crispy Critter. And if you can, please make a donation to one of those charities that I've linked and mentioned, and to Crispy Critter. On behalf of the Founders server, our condolences to you and your family. I hope that videos like this can help in some way. Thanks for watching. and see you next time.